These are my twist ties that came in the mail. I go put them on the netting. So they, I guess, go right here, and then you can just cut them. So if you check out some of my videos on my vegetable garden build, I'll link them down below, but I had rebuilt my garden last summer with these little planters, cedar planters and everything. I put up initially this like 3-foot garden fencing, and of course my beagles jumped over it. So then I put netting up, and spoiler alert, one of my beagles jumped through it and tore a hole in it. So yeah. Hey, no, no. So this is the problem. They keep jumping in from the back, and obviously there, bent the metal. So I'm gonna try to finish as much netting as possible tonight. So I plan to put the netting over the top, but as you can see, it just wasn't feasible. This netting is from 2020. I just kept reusing it for my first vegetable garden that I had here. I try to reuse my materials as often as possible and not, just throw it away. But yeah, this was pretty tangled. I had some leftover garden fencing, so I tried to stack it on top of the other layer, which was 3 feet tall, and it just looked so dang janky. I actually left it like that all winter. And just now replaced the fencing this week, which will be the next video. But yeah, it looked absolutely horrible, and the dog was still able to get it. My beagle can actually jump over 5 feet. She's got really strong leg muscles. Gotta secure the rest of it later on. But that's good enough for tonight. I'm soaked in sweat. So these were my peas, strawberries, right here. They actually survived the winter. And then some potatoes, zucchini. I really packed in too many zucchini here, and they ended up not surviving. So less this time. And then pumpkins in the back. I don't know what this was in the pot, but I've got some ideas for vertical planting of pumpkins as well. And here's my tomatoes, some little peppers. Only one of the plants did well. And then my carrots, which are absolutely delicious. So we've been gone for like 10 days, and I think that's dirt, hopefully. And so I just went to go, I set some mouse traps before we left, and all this had fallen down. Found that. Success. Slowly getting rid of the rotten wood. This was here when we moved in, and I'm just putting it in our garbage can because the yard waste people won't take it. So just a few at a time in the garbage, so that way it's not too heavy. We had tried to use up this wood over the years. It was rotten, and it came with the house. Who knows what was done to it before, so we just decided it was best to get rid of it. We have plenty of wood in our wood pile from all of our neighbors' branches coming off their tree and falling into our yard. So wasn't worried about it. Yeah, yard waste will not take it, so we just ended up putting a few at a time in our trash bin. Those were my lovely lilac bushes that I planted in 2021. We have a bunch of lumber left over from when the builders built our deck, so I have tried to convince my husband that we should keep these for future projects. He wants to put them on the curb, but I think they should come in handy. I absolutely hate weeding, and I wish I had a child that I could force to do this for me. So I built this gate by myself. I got the idea from a local community garden. This was made out of PVC pipes and little attachers. I don't know what they're called. And I just painted it green with some acrylic paint. And then I got this like construction gate fence material. It's usually orange and you see it around construction sites to keep people out, but they sell it in green. So I got 550 cord and like spare shoelaces and just wove it through on the gate. And then I got a little chain and a hook, and that's the lock for the gate. Of course, my beagle busted through the bottom of the gate, so this is in vain.